Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo felt that Roman Reigns unknowingly buried the entire roster this week. The original Tribal Chief was present on the latest episode of SmackDown, as it further provided some twists and turns leading up to the Survivor Series, War Games 2024 Premium Live event. The OG Bloodline, which consists of Roman, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Sami Zayn, was backstage figuring out who could be their fifth member heading into the 2024 Men's War Games match. Top names like Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins came up, but Roman was not keen on having any one of them on their team. During a recent episode of Bro Down with Mac Davis, Russo pointed out that when Roman mentioned no one could be the fifth member of the OG Bloodline's War Games team, he buried the whole roster. The 63-year-old veteran felt that the creative team should have been more careful before producing the segment. When you've got the Bloodline sitting in the room and it's the four of them and they're agreeing that there's nobody else, you just buried both the rosters. You're telling me there's nobody on the SmackDown or Raw roster? That's what goes through my mind. If I'm writing that line for Roman Reigns, I'm gonna stop myself and say, bro, you just buried everybody on both rosters. Nobody's good enough. From 25:22 onwards. During the final segment of the show, Paul Heyman returned with the fifth member of the OG Bloodline's War Games team. The Wiseman introduced CM Punk as the missing piece of the puzzle. It will be interesting to see whether Punk and Roman Reigns can work together as part of the same team at Survivor Series, War Games 2024. It was a typical Friday night for WWE fans, eagerly tuning in to SmackDown for their weekly dose of sports entertainment. The Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, was scheduled to appear, a rare treat considering his reduced schedule. But what transpired on this night sent shockwaves through the WWE universe and, apparently, left many within the company reeling. According to an exclusive interview with a former WWE employee, Roman Reigns took to the microphone and buried everybody on both rosters. Here's how it all unfolded. A Tribal Chief's unexpected address. The show opened with Paul Heyman in the ring, his usual smug demeanor on full display as he introduced the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Reigns, dressed in a sharp black suit, sauntered to the ring with his signature confidence, championship titles slung over his shoulders. The crowd roared, but the energy shifted as Reigns grabbed the mic and launched into an uncharacteristic tirade. I look around, and all I see is mediocrity, he began. Raw, SmackDown, it doesn't matter. Every single person on these rosters is beneath me. That's why I don't show up every week. Why would I waste my time with a locker room full of losers? The audience was stunned, a mix of boos and shocked silence filling the arena. Reigns wasn't just calling out his rivals, he was dismantling the credibility of both brands in a way only he could. Shots fired at SmackDown. Reigns began by targeting his SmackDown peers. Let's start here, at home, he sneered. LA Knight? He's nothing but a flash in the pan, a guy who's writing a catchphrase to relevance. Rey Mysterio? A Hall of Famer, sure, but his time is over. And don't even get me started on the Bloodline wannabes like Solo and Jimmy. Without me, they'd still be curtain-jerking the pre-show. The camera panned to Solo Sikoa backstage, his expression unreadable. Was this part of the show, or was Reigns genuinely going off script? The line between kayfabe and reality blurred. Jimmy Uso, on the other hand, was visibly fuming. He paced back and forth, muttering under his breath as Reigns continued. I carried this show on my back for 3 years, Reigns continued. And now? Now I have to watch clowns like Austin Theory and Grayson Waller try to fill my shoes? Pathetic. Raw isn't safe either. Just when fans thought Reigns might limit his venom to SmackDown, he turned his attention to Raw. And don't think Raw is any better, he said, shaking his head. Seth Rollins? That guy's been riding my coattails since the Shield. He dresses like a clown and laughs like a hyena, but deep down, he knows he'll never be me. Cody Rhodes? He couldn't finish the story because the story was never his to finish. That's my legacy he's chasing. The crowd erupted at the mention of Cody, a fan favorite who had been absent from SmackDown for weeks. Social media exploded as fans speculated whether Reigns' comments were a tease for a WrestleMania rematch. And then there's Rhea Ripley, Reigns added, smirking. She might be the Judgment Day's enforcer, but let's be real, she's the only one holding that group together. Finn Balor? Damian Priest? Dominic Mysterio? Without her, they're nothing. Behind-the-scenes fallout. According to the ex-WWE employee, who spoke under the condition of anonymity, Reigns' promo was a major point of contention backstage. Roman went off script, the source claimed. The writers had given him a promo, but he decided to ad-lib most of it. Some of the talent were furious, especially the younger guys on SmackDown. They felt disrespected. The source added that even some higher-ups were taken aback by Reigns' comments, though others saw it as a calculated move to generate buzz. Love him or hate him, Roman knows how to get people talking. But burying the entire roster? That's risky, especially when you're the face of the company. The Bloodline's reaction. Backstage, tensions reportedly ran high among the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa, known for his stoic demeanor, allegedly confronted Reigns after the segment. Solo doesn't talk much, but when he does, people listen, the source revealed. He told Roman that if he wanted to keep calling the shots, he'd better remember who's been backing him up all this time. Jimmy USO, meanwhile, was less diplomatic. He was overheard shouting, "You think you're the only reason we're here? Get over yourself." Paul Heyman was said to be in damage control mode, trying to calm everyone down and spin the situation in Reigns' favor. Fan and industry reactions. As clips of Reigns' promo circulated online, fans were divided. Some praised him for speaking his mind and keeping it real, while others accused him of being arrogant and disrespectful. "This is why Roman Reigns is the GOAT," one fan tweeted. "He tells it like it is. Nobody on either roster can touch him." Others were less complimentary. "Roman just buried the entire WWE," another fan wrote. "How are we supposed to take anyone seriously after this?" Industry veterans weighed in as well. Hall of Famer Booker T called the promo a bold move, while Bully Ray questioned whether it was the right decision for business. "If you're the top guy, you don't need to tear everyone else down to prove it," Bully Ray said on his podcast. "Roman's already at the top. What's the point? Where does WWE go from here?" The fallout from Reigns' promo is still unfolding, but one thing is certain, the tribal chief has once again positioned himself at the center of the WWE universe. Whether his comments lead to new rivalries, fractures within the bloodline, or even a backlash from management remains to be seen. But if there's one thing fans and critics can agree on, it's that Roman Reigns knows how to keep people talking. As SmackDown went off the air, Reigns stood in the ring, arms raised, a defiant smirk on his face. Love him or hate him, the tribal chief had made his point. "I'm not here to make friends," he said in his closing words. "I'm here to make history. And as long as I'm around, everyone else is just playing for second place." It was a mic drop moment, the kind that only Roman Reigns could deliver. But in the wake of his controversial remarks, the question remains, has the tribal chief gone too far, or is this just another masterstroke in his legendary career? Only time will tell.